Oh shit, here we go again.
Low, low, man. Low, low, man.
You like contracts, right? You're a contract guy.
I read contracts instead of conventional pornography, yes.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Andrew Esquire, and this is Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. A little bit late today, a little bit un poquito, but it's good to be here with you guys today, and appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much, and it's good to see you guys. And I've got a confession to make, guys. I got a confession to make. I feel a little bit naked today. I feel a little bit naked today because I forgot my suit. So I normally put, whenever I travel, I have a suit that I put in my bag, and it always is there. Except this time, because I had to take it to the dry cleaner because I felt like, okay, it needs to be washed every once in a while. We got to get it a good wash. We got to get a good cleaning. So I forgot I took it to the dry cleaner. So I had no suit. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm naked, no suit. But you do what you got to do. When you got to stream, you got to stream. I know, very unprofessional, extremely unprofessional of me. I know. I'm losing my lawyer card. Am I even a real lawyer if I don't have a suit? Really? Are you a lawyer without a suit? I don't know. So today we're I guess it's the quasi-legal suitless mindset that we're going to talk about Johnny Somali's extra crimes today. And by the way, so a lot of people were asking, is this new stuff or is this stuff that is piled on to existing charges? We have both today. We have both stuff that is going to be piled on to existing charges, and we have new stuff that's filed. In fact, new stuff that was leaked to me, and I am allowed to leak it to you guys live here on the Legal Mindset. King Lugia, thank you for the one Legal Mindset membership. Crimson Splat, thank you for the one Legal Mindset membership. And Tank Rat coming in with the big 20 to support me. Thank you. Yes. Appreciate all you guys. Now, my back end, and I say that, in a joking way, the back end of YouTube is having some errors, so I actually cannot look at why I cannot see the former chats from earlier today. I know some people did super chat before the stream started, but I can't pull those up right now. I guess I'm going to have to check those. Let's see if I can check that just going to the actual YouTube stream itself. But I can't check it from the studio, which is really, really weird. Oh, I know why. Because it was maybe signed into a different Google account. Okay, let's try this. I think I just fixed the problem. Okay, this may fix the problem. All right. Yes, I'm a boomer. Okay, let me read all the other ones here. So Shana the Red for $9.99 said, before everything started, she was the first super chat, said that chemist is a chemist with a PhD who apparently started going Nick Rekieta. He has gotten himself into some drama after contacting Chemioli's parents to get his house rated for illegal something, I imagine. Shannon, thank you for letting me know. I'll look into that, but thank you so much. Always looking for new topics, always looking for other topics, so thank you for making me aware of that. Ike Evnes says, this is a gift that keeps on giving. It's not even Christmas yet, for $5 Australian. Thank you so much. Grandmaster Pie for $5 says, is it wrong if all I had going through my head when it was stated Johnny could be a cabbage farmer was Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks? That is wrong. That is very wrong, and you should be canceled for that. Raindrop said, why did Johnny Somali go to the doctor? He had a bad case of coleslaw-ritis. Nano Reaper, welcome as a member as well. So I think that's caught up on everything from before the stream. Anthony said, no pants. Make sure the camera doesn't angle that. No, I'm wearing pants. I'm actually wearing pants today. I'm not going to angle it down because no good ever comes from a streamer angling their camera down. So we're not going to do that. But I am wearing pants today, actually. Krypton 00545 says, funds for the emergency suit next stream. Thank you. Although, guys, I have updated my Ko-Fi to the Fight Johnny Somali Fund. So what I'm going to do, if you go to my Ko-Fi, I've kind of got that set up. We're kind of reoriented because we got more than enough for flowers. I'm going to go back. There's going to be another flower thing. We're kind of capped on that. I don't want anybody to give any because we've already got enough for the flowers. But I am going to be doing a lot. I'm going to be going back to Korea when I was actually not planning to go back to Korea for another month or so. I'm going to be going back very soon. I'm not going to say when. Let's say within the next 5 to 14 days. We'll leave it ambiguous. Somewhere between 5 to 14 days from now, I will be back in Korea. Actually, let's leave it 3 to 12. 3 to 12. Let's leave it in the 3 to 12 range. So 3 to 12 days, I'm going to be back in Korea, right? And I am possibly going to have to engage an attorney right there. And also maybe pay for some other fees for some other things to fight Johnny Somali behind the scenes. So if anybody wants to donate to my Ko-Fi, that will all go towards that. And at the end, if there's any surplus, what I'm going to do is I will donate that, any surplus, to a charity that deals specifically with comfort women. So either CWS, which is out of the US, which is a charity that goes towards comfort women more broadly, not just Korea, but also the Philippines, other countries that are affected by that. Or I'm going to donate to a local Korean charity related specifically to that. I'll consult with some Korean friends of mine to see if there's something that can go directly to Korea, because the impact of this was mostly in Korea, although this impacts the world, right? And this impacts everybody around the world, right? So just so you know, the Ko-Fi has been updated there. Cool. Why am I so excited? I don't know. It's just the way it is here. This chair is not very comfortable. I'm once again traveling, so it's not my normal setup. So it's not my like super comfy gamer chair. Jin Blades says, no suit, no gentleman. You're a scoundrel now. I know. Spider Bro says he's just Andrew now, not base legal mindset. Thank you, Spider Bro. Shiro Kitsune said, do you see our girl Sayu has a corporation coming tomorrow? I know. Hopefully she is in good hands. I wish her the best. I love her. She's a great content creator, fully supports Sayu Synchronicity. Great girl, super cool, and I wish her the best in the future. Grandmaster Pie says, no suit. He is not a professional gentleman. That's why professional gentleman is my mod. He's the professional. I'm the gentleman. Range out for 800 said, why did Johnny Somali go to the doctor? He had a bad case of coleslaw. I got that one earlier. Thank you. Tatsumi said, legal mindset. You're charged with indecent exposure for not wearing a suit while being a lawyer. I know. Martin for 49. Is that pesos? Is that Philippine pesos? I think Philippine pesos. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you for the thumbs up sticker. Bill Randolph for 10 says, Team FT reported a video of Ramsey and his felon friend attempting to grape and assault a minor in Orlando about 3 years ago. Also, U.S. authorities are monitoring his Discord for CP. I'm going to cover that, so don't worry. We're covering this today. So pause on that one. Anthony for 2 says, today. Well, no, I'm not going today. I'm not traveling today. It's not today, but soon. Project Liberdot says, liberal white women are defending Johnny, saying he is a victim of racism from Asians. Let me just say this. One thing I like about this is a problem for everybody. So this should be a uniting thing for the left and the right. For those that are on the left, this is a horrible case of cultural insensitivity, right? This is a serious, sincere issue. And, even it's not about left. Actually, it's a right, left. Everybody should be incensed by this genuine cultural insensitivity, right? Also, he's stated, and he's been on the record as saying, I want to start a race war. What about that is liberal? What about starting a race war is leftist or liberal or whatever? It's not a political thing. And he's not a political streamer. He's not somebody that's supporting, left or right. He's somebody that tries to cause drama. He's willing to piss off the left and the right to make drama, to make clout, to make anything. It's not a political thing. This is bipartisan. This is binational. This is going all around and uniting all sorts of people that normally wouldn't agree on stuff, agree on Johnny Somali. In fact, talking to the Korean streamers and talking to people that are in Korea, a lot of these guys are people that have different political beliefs than me, right? I have certain political beliefs, right? And we disagree, but we agree on Johnny Somali. And once again, I think the beautiful thing is, and the thing that really makes me love humanity and love people, is you can have theoretical disagreements or political disagreements and still work together on a common cause. I think that's the genuinely thing I love about humanity, is especially when you work together for something good, for the good of, you know, people in general, for the good of civilization, of civilized society. That's what this is, right? This isn't a, he's not doing this to be based or to be woke or whatever else. This isn't a political statement. This is something that he was doing simply to farm clout, period, right? Period. So yeah, I think it's silly to try to politicize it. It's not political. And by the way, remember, he literally has attacked everybody, including white women, right? He's like, F you, white women, go home. We're going to talk about that because, in fact, one of the women that filed new information against him today was a white woman who is in Asia, right? So this is something that affects everybody. It's not something that there's any category of people that's unaffected. If you're a tourist from America, you're affected. If you're living in Asia, you're affected. If you're Korean, you're affected. If you're Japanese, you're affected. Everybody, and if you're a Black American or just a Black person in general, you're affected. And I want to say something too. I know that I covered that video of the teacher on the other stream, and I made those comments about, you shouldn't jump to race, but undoubtedly, without a doubt, obviously there's a lot of people that are concerned about traveling abroad, and at very least, this has made very many people. I've had multiple super chats, multiple comments. I look at a lot of my comments, try to read everything I can of people saying, "Hey, I'm a Black American, or I'm from Europe, and I'm whatever. I'm concerned about traveling to Asia because of this." At a bare minimum, it's made people fearful, which is bad, which is an inherent bad thing. So regardless of whether you feel this is something that exists or doesn't exist or whatever the problem is, people are now fearful, right? Ramsey Khalid Ishmael's done that. Fallen Hero 4567, thank you for the membership. Martin, thank you for that 50. JP Ravenfire, what's up, bro? Said YouTube messed up my 5 gift subs. Won't let me try again. What? Since I already own that item, which is weird. So here's a super to make it up. Thanks, JP. Appreciate you, brother. And thank you for supporting my Ko-Fi. Thank you for being such a G backing me up. Seriously appreciate it. I couldn't do what I do without good backers and people that consistently have been behind me no matter what I support. I know a lot of you guys are here for Somali. I know, not everybody's going to stay for my other coverage. I get that, but I appreciate my guys that have been with me for a long time. So thank you guys. Lemar for €5 says the FBI doesn't need to monitor his Discord. Discord will automatically snitch to the CP to the feds. No question asked, including all logs. We're going to talk about that today. A lot of people think Discord is private. It's not. It's not. They keep the logs. Whenever they're requisitioned for this information, it's turned over to the feds. It's turned over to the government. You think Korea doesn't know this as well? You think Korea doesn't know about Discord? You think Korea, where gamers are like everywhere, you think they don't know about Discord in Korea? They're well aware about Discord in Korea, right? This is not some sort of backwater where they don't know about technology, where like you flash a light, like you've got electricity and they're like bowing to it like it's a technological wonder. Korea is more advanced in many places than the US, in many aspects, more advanced than the US. I can show you, I was in Seongsu the other day. Let me see if I can pull up the video right now. Let me see if I can find this. I got robot ice cream. How many of y'all are getting robot ice cream? Huh? How many of y'all are getting robot ice cream? Okay. Actually, it wasn't even ice cream. It was an affogato, okay? So it's like coffee and ice cream mixed for you unintelligent plebs. Let me play this real quick here, right? I'll play this video here. You see this? It's a robot. Here's a robot. It's giving me ice cream. Look at that. Look at that, right? Oh, that play? Did not play? Hold on. Let me play another one here. Look at this. Robot serving ice cream. Isn't that cool? What's your little backwater podunk doing, right? I mean, once again, Korea, very advanced, right? Internet, perfect, right? Never had a problem in Korea with internet, right? So trying to pretend that Korea doesn't know these things, and Johnny genuinely believes they don't know. He genuinely believes he can pull one over. He thinks that America is so great and awesome and we're so ahead and all these places are little infantile backwaters, right? He looks down on Koreans. He looks down on the Japanese. He looks down on people in Asia. And that's his downfall. Claybuster, thank you for the 20, man. Appreciate that sincerely. Thank you so much, brother. Claybuster, I know you will be happy if Brandon Herrera gets nominated as ATF head. Good to see you, brother, though. Appreciate you. Mercurius Alicia says, I arrived late. Are you being sued? So how can I say this in a very clear manner? I have certain information. Perhaps, authorities are monitoring him, but perhaps there's information that comes to a certain legal mindset. And I know he wants to sue me. And he actually also wants to try to strike my videos. He wants to, if he had a YouTube channel, he would try to strike my videos. Oh, what's up, Dalgun? Good to see you, bro. In the chat. Cool. And Dad, in the chat, what's up? Shout out to the UDT member in the chat. Hope we could speak when I get back. He wants to try to strike my videos. These are fair use, completely fair use. Come at me, bro. I will take you to court on this, and I will bust your ass open, bend you over sideways, and fuck you in court, Johnny Somali, right? If you want to try to come at me for fair use analysis, I will wreck you in court, and I will make so much money off of that. It will be hilarious, right? I will be hilarious doing that. I will take that all the way. I will take that lawsuit all the way to the Supreme Court of any country, right? Buddy, you got no chance trying to knock off news and legal analysis of a video. Sorry, bro. Ain't gonna work. Right? Trying to strike me for my analysis, not gonna work, bro. Sorry. So, not gonna work. By the way, Iparo, for 50,000 won was Oman won. Appreciate that. Kamsahamnida. So thank you very much for your efforts for justice from a Korean fan. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to be back in Korea. It's going to be cold when I come back, though. I got my winter stuff in Korea. I have it stored in Korea, so I'll have all my winter stuff there. I'm looking forward to going back, and I miss Korea. Korea is the first country I moved to. I have a strong affinity for it, and I'm welcome to be back. But it's my pleasure to do this. And once again, there needs to be a line drawn in the sand. I think the line is drawn in the sand at Seoul, right? Tall Guardian for 20 Australian says legal mindset VTuber avatar when we're on the road to 200K. I said when I get 200K, I'm going to do an avatar. Now I'm probably going to start a separate channel because VTuber content is kind of a niche interest. So I'm going to do a separate channel for it, but it'll be on a separate channel for sure. So we hit 200K. I'm doing it. Period. Keep up your good work. Enjoying your live streams, YouTube videos. Thank you. Bill Randolph says for 10 looks down on South Korea and Japan. I wouldn't say that will flag me as racist, but his family literacy comes from the lowest of low crap hole part of the world. Well, look, I think everybody who looks down on other people because of the country they're from or their race or whatever else is an idiot, right? I disagree with all racism and all sort of, especially in the modern day. That's absolutely crazy. It's insane, right? Anybody who says you're lesser because you are born in this country, right? There's geniuses born in every country. There's geniuses born everywhere in the world. Africa, South America, right? Asia, Middle East, Europe. That's ridiculous. It's preposterous. And I've met smart people from all over the world. So all of this stuff is extremely stupid. And Johnny Somali trying to propagate this is idiotic. It's literally idiotic, right? And as an American, one thing I can say is, look, I'm blessed to have friends from all over the world. I truly am blessed. And one thing it taught me is to look past that and look into the merit of people's actions, right? I judge people based on their merit, based on who they are as a human being. Johnny Somali is a piece of shit, horrible human being. And I know I curse a lot, and I'm sorry for those family-friendly people out there. I know this will be translated into Korean. I don't know how piece of shit translates into Korean, but you get what I'm saying. He's a bad person, right? But there are good people out there, and there are good people from all countries, all places, all backgrounds. Even people that maybe I might disagree with on something in terms of politics or in terms of something else. They're still good people. Right? There's good people everywhere. Tatsumi says legal mindset without a suit is unhinged because professionalism is I'm not unhinged. This is legitimate. This is from my heart. This is legitimate. We're going to get in the news in a second. Buck says, bust that. I'm working hard, man. Joe Blow, 15, says Khalid Ramsey Ishmael is going to have a date with Fleece Johnson in Korean prison. Tell him to don't drop it. Apparently so. Okay. I got to be honest with you guys. If he goes to prison, he's probably going to go to the mostly foreigner prison in Chonan, right? and Shonan the prison is like 75% Chinese, right? So he probably won't be in there with Korean prisoners as much, although maybe some Kyopo, maybe some like American Koreans, etc. But he'll be there with a lot of Chinese prisoners. So I'm not sure that's much better for him, right? Everyone in the chat, Somali Origa. What's up, Dalgoon? Appreciate you, bro. Annyeonghaseyo. Good to see you in the chat here. All right, brother. All right, let's see what we got here. Nick says, people are starting to be done with these narcissistic, sociopathic, attention addicted people like Ramsey, Zegler, and Stenberg. These people become popular off attacking groups and dehumanizing them. Yeah, and one thing I'm going to do on my next stream, when next 2 days, is I want to talk about his network. Because a lot of people say, well, why are you so focused on Johnny Somali? Because it's not just Johnny Somali. He's part of a network of streamers that do similar things around the world. This isn't about Johnny Somali. This is about the next Johnny Somali, the next Ice Poseidon, the next person who's a nuisance streamer. This is about stopping this type of behavior because it's not just one person. It's many people. And unless you set a precedent for this, you are going to invite other people to come in and do the same thing. Right? Project Liberdad says, Fujo Niji sisters taking Johnny's side because you're against him. Yes. So all of my haters, so obviously I'm on the internet. Anytime you're on the internet and you have an opinion, people are going to hate you. So I have haters. There's haters saying crazy shit about me. They've been saying crazy shit about me for years. I ignore them. I keep reporting the news. They bring up ridiculous points. They're so below me. They're not even worth me naming them or acknowledging them because they make such ridiculous arguments. It's not even worth it. They're literally, my haters are so stupid, so idiotic. They're not worth my time and attention. So I'm not giving it to them. And a lot of people will forward me videos and stuff. I don't even watch them. I don't even watch them. Right? Because I don't care about their opinion. I don't give a shit, right? That's my personal opinion. That's how I would do things. Darwell for €2 says, what? Origa! Oh, fighting. Oh, cool. Thank you. Robert for 7 says, will I do an investigation on Gino? Yeah, but he's in the U.S., so that's the problem. Gino's back in the U.S. And by the way, this is a little bit of a warning for you guys. Right now, there's a lot of AI videos circulating with misinformation and bad information. So be aware that there's a lot of bad information circulating about Johnny. I try to make sure to give you the correct and accurate information and to update it as things update. We're going to talk about this today. We've got some big updates for you. But it is a situation where a lot of people are trying to profit off this in the algorithm. And look, let's not pretend. Look, I don't miss words. I'm a YouTuber. I make money. Okay? Yes, I do, right? That's why I do this. I do this with a large percentage of my time because there's a compensation that comes back to me as well. Like I've never denied that or whatever else. But that said, there's people that are putting out information just because the clicks without doing any due diligence, right? I do hours of due diligence. I'm on the phone every day on this, probably for 2 to 3 hours with different sources, people. I was on the phone today for at least 2 hours, in addition to 4 hours of research, looking at articles, vetting information, deciding what to show, what not to show. This is a significant amount of work I'm putting to make sure what I bring to you is accurate. So that's what I try to make sure to bring you good information because I see so much bad information out there. Spider Bros says, Andrew, stop. He's already dead. Not yet. 699 Canadian says, this is for fighting against the Cabiach boy and the VTuber fund. Thank you. What is this? Iswibe? Iswibo says, thanks for the information, and I'm going to enjoy this very much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Princess Harlot says, YouTube and big tech are complicit. They have to play for pain, turn profits, money machine. Yes, they are complicit. Iporo, welcome as a member. Welcome. SNLT for Poland 25. Szczęść Boże. Dzień dobry. Over there in Poland. Love your content. Hello from Poland. Dziękuję. Thank you. Dzięki. Charles H for 1. Thank you. Anthony says, wait for you to make money when I give you money. Time to cancel. Yeah, exactly. It's such a sin. Look, I'm a capitalist. I'm not a communist. I have no problem with money. Right? Lenmar says, couldn't Korea still indict Gino and then request the U.S. to get deported or spend prison. Okay, guys, look, I'm going to be real with you. There's what they can do and what they're realistically going to do. And actually, at the end of this video, I'm actually going to talk to you about a realistic. I had a phone call with somebody about the real amount of time he's probably going to serve, right? So let's talk about that at the end. We've talked a lot about the max sentence. I'm going to tell you the realistic estimate so we get our expectations in line so we're not so disappointed when it comes down the pike and it's not 29 years in prison. Because I am going to tell you guys right now, it's not going to be 30 years in prison, okay? Yes, that's the maximum sentence. He's not going to get 30 years. He's not going to get 30 years. However, he may get a significant amount of time. Baby Mind says, Andrew, where's parents and all this? I would be embarrassed. I don't know. Once again, he's an adult. When you're an adult, you know, you're responsible for your life, right? So Johnny is an adult despite the fact he acts like a kid. All right, let's jump right into it. So first of all, I want to share this poll, a little humor before we start. This is my friend, the Good Doctor on Twitter, the Goryeo Dynasty over here, Dr. Alric in Suwon. It says, scientific experiment. Who is more attractive and had a better personality between the two people? Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, or Golem from Lord of the Rings? Golem won with 89.8%. Golem more attractive with a better personality than Johnny Somali. Also, Luke, thank you for the $1. Appreciate that. So let's starting off with a little laugh. W in the chat for Golem. Actually, G in the chat. G in the chat for Golem. G in the chat for Golem. Golem staying winning here over Johnny Somali. Also, this is funny. So this is actually from an ally of Johnny Somali. This is an ally account. One of his top lieutenants who posted this. This is the Dr. Davinsky, one of his main lieutenants. Says, Johnny Somali is the Rosa Parks of Korea. For those that don't know, Rosa Parks is the woman who refused to sit in the back of the bus during the civil rights era in America and was arrested for it and started a civil rights movement, right? He will go down in history books as leading the civil rights activist in Asia. Johnny Somali walked so that ethnic minorities could run. And showing him in this clearly very racist picture here on Twitter. I mean, to me, it's both rage-inducing and almost humor because it's so stupid. It's so idiotic. It's so idiotic. Okay, so we've got to get through some charges here. So I want to get through a lot of these charges, and then I'm going to get you, I updated my presentation so I can get you my updated presentation here and go through that with you guys. So let me make sure I got this presentation queued up at the right moment here. Okay, yeah, I got this queued up at the right moment. Okay, so we've got a lot of new information, a lot of new things that have come down the pike. Oh, and real quick, let me get this. Sad Kermit gifted 20 Legal Mindset memberships. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Also, I want to give also a quick thank you to JP for donating to my Ko-Fi, as well as to John Smith for donating to my Ko-Fi as well. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, thank you guys. All right, and then Coyote Trickster says, "Hey Andrew, sorry I haven't got a live stream as soon as this happens. I'm glad to support the stream. Serious question: will Mr. Ishmael be facing any consequences stateside?" I mean, to me, the best thing would be revoking his passport. Yeah. Sinister Luchai says, "Are you in Thailand?" Tell by the sticker on the AC, dude. That is some autistic level detail. Doxing my country based on the sticker on the AC. You, my friend, win the internet right now. Yes, Chai. I will say Chai. I am in Thailand on this week, and then I will be, or maybe this week-ish, and I'll be back. Can you believe it? This is the internet, guys. People will look at this. There's a small sticker here, and he's like, "You're in Thailand, I know," right? Nothing else. It's not the Thai inhaler that I break out right here. By the way, these are amazing. If you haven't ever tried these Thai herbal inhalers, they really wake you up. If you haven't had one of these, they're amazing. But yeah, it wasn't that. It was the sticker. It was a sticker. Wow. That's pretty scary, guys. It's pretty scary. But dude, appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm telling him right now. I'll be back. Don't worry. Bad news badge for 50 Danish krona. So my pronouns are these, that, because this will go well with thank you. Yeah, got it for everybody. Okay, appreciate that. All right, let's start here. So, guys, we have new charges filed by a woman, as posted by Team FT. So shout out to Team FT on this one. Who said, I was contacted by a girl that Johnny Somali harassed. I told her to file a police report, but unfortunately, she's no longer in Korea. I want to remind anyone who was harassed by Johnny Ramsey Khalid Ismail to file a police report immediately, even if you're a tourist. Thanks. So she said, hello, I know this is very random, but I was recently in October harassed by Johnny. A brief part of my story, I was speaking with a couple in Hongdae, and he came up to us and shoved a camera in our faces. So real quick, this is the crime where he is already being indicted. So this is the crime that is going to trial. So the prosecutors right now are very interested in any evidence related to this obstruction. So this evidence is very relevant, extremely relevant. So let's continue here. I had no idea who he was, so I was trying to be polite, unlike him. He asked respectfully several times for the camera out of my face. He refused. I told him to have fun and leave. He implied I was a racist and would call him the N-word. I got pissed, saying I'd never, especially after losing a friend to racism, and this isn't something to joke about, and walked away. He continued to follow me, saying he'd kill himself if I wasn't his friend, and I got livid and told him to fuck off, if I remember correctly. Right? And, this is a footage of the incident. That's apparently the girl, right? And look at the follow-up here. Good news. The American girl agreed to file a police report against Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, as soon as she consults with her mom. Thanks to Legal Mindset for making me aware that one can file a report even if they return to their home country. I told him, I replied to this thread and I said, you can actually file a criminal, report with the embassy or the consulate, right? And even if they won't start a new cause of action, it can be used towards an existing cause of action. So it's a huge W, right? And she says, of course, the more awareness, the better. He's an awful person. At the moment, it's midnight and I'm traveling. However, the moment I'm free, I will consult with my mom and send a report in. Thanks for the information. Boom! We got him, boys. We got him. More evidence against Johnny Somali. And this is what everybody should know. Right now, he is scared. He is trembling. He is deleting his Discords. We're going to talk about that later when we talk about the cheese pizza stuff. If you don't know about that, we'll talk about what we mean by cheese pizza. He's scared. Now is the time to file. If you have been affected by Johnny Somali, I feel like a lawyer on TV. If you have been in a car accident, you should report here. If you have been affected by Johnny Somali, or if you knew somebody that is affected by Johnny Somali, now is the time to send in your report. Go to your embassy, email them, right? If you know somebody who's affected, let them know. Get the word out. Spread this out there. Hopefully this is translated into Korean. Now is the time. Now is the time. Right? Right now to put in your Johnny Somali reports. Sky says, let's send Johnny to Singapore. We can have a caning added to a sentence. We have a history of caning Americans. Hey, listen, I ain't got no problem. Caning is hardcore. And you learn a lesson after you get caned. Those canings are serious. Toe cutter for 1,000 yen says, hi, Sai from Okinawa. Great comment. And Johnny does not want to know what time it is in Okinawa. No, it does not. It'd be time to beat his ass in Okinawa. Sid Jar Jar Binks for Canadian 5. So you think Johnny will be able to convince someone to smuggle him out of the country with a new passport? No, he's not going anywhere. He's not escaping. Right now, I'm not even sure he has a lawyer, right? I mean, maybe first then get a lawyer and then figure it out. He needs to beg for a public defender. I'm not even sure he's got the money for a lawyer. He probably has to take a public defender, in which case he's not going to be able to sue anybody. He's going to find out that you can't sue people with a public defender, they can just defend you. So yeah. For Manwan says your video is helping a lot of people. Amazing. This is Ashbear from Green. Oh, thank you, Ashbear. Oh, Ashbear. Thank you so much, Ashbear. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Cindy Collins for 10. Thank you for that 10, Cindy. Appreciate your support. Thank you. And if you've received a gift membership, please say thank you to Cindy, JP, anybody else, King Lugia, anybody else who's donated today. Please say thank you to them for donating. Oh my God. Chris for $4.99.99. Thank you for always covering. It's helping. Holy shit. Thank you. So literally I saw this and I'm like,
Emotional damage.
thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate your support. Absolutely amazing. C's in the chat for Chris. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. And, you know, I'll say this, Chris. I'm getting messages from all around the world about this happening, and most importantly from Koreans, right? And this is having an effect. It is getting out there. This is getting translated. And hopefully this can cut this short in Korea. It's my mission for this shit to get as public as possible so that nuisance streamers that are going to Korea, that are going to Japan, that are going to Thailand, that are going to Indonesia, Philippines will stop this. So thank you for supporting me. Thank you for helping me do this. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your super thanks too on my last video. Thank you. C's in the chat. Look at all these C's. Double C's in the chat, right? Appreciate you so much. Thank you, brother. Jackals Terror again. Thank you for the membership. Let's see. Alfonso Oro says, amazing work, brother. Have a great day. Thank you. Jose Rodriguez says, what are the rules for having digital nomad in South Korea? Can you reset your 3 months KETA by going to Japan, or do they frown upon visa runs? So a lot of people want to malign my business. So I'm going to be very clear what I do. I help people get visas in Asia, right? That is my job. That is one of the things I do. I help people get visas in Asia from the West, right? Now, I am not a Korean lawyer, a Japanese lawyer, or a Thai lawyer. I have partnerships with law firms there. I do consultations to help people find the right visa for them, maybe help find a realtor, help them with the right neighborhood to locate, help them get a bank account, help them get a cell phone. And I am actually getting a lot more information on the digital nomad visa. It's in South Korea. If you're interested in that, you can write me for a consultation. I will help you with those visas and the information process. So the digital nomad visa, a very new visa. I think it's a great visa for visiting South Korea. And there's a big difference, by the way, between people coming into a country on a valid visa, staying there long-term, and people coming there short-term, right? You can't just come to Asia, right? This is not like, I don't know, Europe, where you can just walk in and stay forever. Trans 530 for Hong Kong 250. Thank you so much. Appreciate that for that super sticker. Which super sticker is that? The Rocket super sticker. Thank you so much. Belarus for Singapore 2 says nuisance streamers should stop worldwide, period. I agree. Wade for Thai 179 bots says welcome back to Thailand. Kop kun kap. Right? Hope you have a great time the rest of your stay. Thank you. And I love Thailand. I love Asia. I love it here. You know, and anybody who tries to talk down at me for living here, I ignore them. By the way, those people are extraordinarily racist, and usually they haven't left the U.S., right? They'll say, oh, Korea is this way, or Japan is this way, or Thailand is this way, or the Philippines is that way. These people are extraordinarily racist, right? Who try to hate on folks that live over here. Chaos Sonic says, don't drop the soap, Ramsey. Agree. Spider Bro says, better call Saul. Yep. Jim Blades for 20 Norwegian krona says, never thought a lawyer become my bureau. Big W. Yeah, indeed. All right. Let's continue here. We got more information. So let's continue on the other stuff. So who's racist? Oh, Johnny's fans. Johnny's fans and a lot of haters. Oh, yeah. People like Robert Barnes. He's an attorney. He's another one of my haters, right? They make very ignorant comments because they haven't ever been out of the country. A lot of people, these people have never left their mom's basement. You know, they're losers. So that's why they make those comments. Anyways, that said, let's continue here. Bong Bong. So she confirms she did not cancel her police report. Now, she may not sue. She may not push it, but she did not cancel her police report. And what this gets at is the point that this is something the police can run with, right? This is something the police can run with. So the police can run with this regardless of what Bong Bong wants to do. They can add this in, especially related to the deepfakes, because he's actually being charged with several deepfakes. We're going to get into that today. It's not just one, it's multiple, right? So this is good news. She didn't drop it, and I don't think she can drop it at this point. I don't think she can cancel it. Now, she may not help him, but she can't really pull it back. So that's actually good news. Next, and this is a big one, I posted this. So Johnny Somali is still posting on Instagram. He's also uploading to Rumble, but it's typically older stuff. It's not stuff that's like anything new, but he's still uploading to Rumble. And you should watch his Rumble. Watch his Rumble. If he puts anything on Rumble, that's there. Remember, anything online is admissible. Anything online is admissible. So anytime you put something on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, even Discord, that's going to come into court. That's provided the court's going to come into court. So I think he thinks that he's like Instagram is secret and no one sees it. But Korean cyber crimes is on this, right? And let's look at what he's posted here on his Instagram, okay? So this is something that, based on what he put here, can earn him 7 years in jail. Now, you may not be able to read this, but I'll just play it, and you can kind of see by the thing on the bottom there, and imagine what this is. Yeah, that's the, I'm not even gonna play the whole thing. That's the North Korean anthem. That's the national anthem of North Korea. Now, in case you don't know, there's something called a National Security Act in Korea. And it is a crime to promote, propagate, or otherwise disseminate North Korean propaganda, etc. in South Korea. Now, look, if he was doing this as a joke once, I would say that they're probably not going to do anything about it, right? The problem is he has repeatedly done this, not just once, but multiple times. He played North Korean propaganda on the metro, on the bus, at Lotte World, various places. He's gone all around making North Korean statements, etc. Now, does that mean they're going to charge him as a North Korean agent? No. But the NSA, the National Security Act, doesn't just make it illegal to be an official agent. If you are someone who's putting out propaganda and trying to start conflict, they can convict you for that, right? They can add on that charge. So if they decide to look at this, and they're like, yeah, we're going to add a charge for this, that'd be very valid. And I know what some people are saying. Well, free speech. Well, here's what I got to tell you guys. And look, I'm a big free speech proponent, but not every country interprets free speech the same way. And this is Korea, right? And he knows better. He's been doing it specifically to piss them off with malice. So a judge looking at him doing this maliciously and repeatedly could say, yeah, no, we're actually going to charge him with that. And we're going to ding him on that one too. Because he's done this over and over and over again. And we don't want people walking around thinking they can just blare North Korean propaganda in the Seoul metro. Right? You're riding into Gangnam and you're hearing the national anthem for North Korea. They don't want to hear that. So, I mean, this could be something they slap on there. It's possible. Sorry, let me get these super chats. There's a lot of them here. Thank you, Kurumatsu. Chris, thank you for the super sticker. Ano, A369, welcome as a member. Mazrova Palma for 20 legal mindset memberships. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. And if you've received one, please say thank you to Mazrova Palma if you got one from him. Thank you, brother. Valley Stanklusko for 25 Romanian, right? Says boys should come to East Europe and try to pull that, especially women. He'd be won pretty quickly. Oh, he'd be done. He would. There's many places where he wouldn't do it. But even look, this isn't because Koreans are. Don't mistake kindness for weakness. Don't mistake a level of tolerance for weakness. Right? Koreans are not weak at all. right? At all. So I think he messed around even in the wrong place now, but beyond that, there's places that he wouldn't even dare to go because he's scared. And let's face it, this is a scared little boy. He's 24 years old, but he's a boy. He's a child, right? This is childish behavior. Linux guy says, can you be pro se in Korea? Sure, you can be pro se. It's not going to end well for you, but you can be pro se. Tastix says, canings are public events. Great content. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome content. I would go to his caning. Audio inject for Tuesday. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. Exactly. Humidity Zed says, just want to say, kamusta from the Philippines. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mabuhay. Mabuhay. KH for 5 Singapore says, on a side note, I want to ask what happened to Nick Ricardo. He used to be chill, but now he's a little wasted. He started doing cocaine, and that's really, it was a downward spiral, but that's a whole separate stream. You can watch my Ricardo stuff on that. Lenmar said, Johnny should be worried about the Korean silent mob. They don't talk, they act, and they might end up with cement in his shoes. This is what he needs to be fearful of. There's a lot of people that are just going to mess him up. Hunter Joe for Omanwan Kansamnida says, Andrew, I also hope Somali can get to spend the whole Korea wintertime just as cold as in Siberia. Little match boy. Yeah, it's cold as hell. I mean, Korea is very cold in the winter. For those that have not experienced it, it's very cold. I put on several layers, including heat tech, and I still feel it cutting through me in Korea. I do love the winter, though. I have like a sadistic pleasure, or not masochistic, with the wind. You know, it's different, much different. I'm from Miami. I like hot weather normally, but I enjoy some winter. Cindy Collins, thank you for the 10. Thank you so much, Cindy. Appreciate that for the 10 and the 10 in the past. Thank you. Taystix says free speech is always restricted by reasonable time, place, and manner. Exactly. Jackals, thanks for another membership. Kettlefire said, what is the prison sentence found in violation? I've got that. I'll pull it up right now. But I'll tell you right now, for this specifically, it's up to 7 years in prison. Up to 7 years in prison for this one specifically. Now, I don't think he's going to get 7. We'll talk about that. Mazurva Palma says, you cannot get any membership from Mazurva Palma. Him, I'm changing my gender. It's not even possible. Not offended. Need to reinforce that. Okay, her. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry. Miss Guzzi. Sorry, that's not checked. But thank you so much, Mazurva Palma, for all of her memberships. I'm going to get canceled for misgendering. David Loden said, wonder if Korean legal officials watch you. I'm sure some do. I'm getting over 100K views. I'm sure some Korean government officials are watching me. Now, Korean media is watching me. I know that already. Korean English language media is watching me because they take some of my video points, they use them in their videos, and they weren't bringing them up before. We are affecting the mainstream narrative in Korea. And I'm not saying this to gloat. I'm saying this for real. Like, and also because my stuff will get translated into Korean and the Korean stuff will get picked up by the news. So whether it's directly or whether it's indirectly, it's getting picked up. We are having an effect. I've heard this from multiple people for real. No joke. Seriously. And once again, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say like, I'm going to make or break this, but we're having an effect. That doesn't mean that I'm the most important person in the world. I'm not. Frankly, I'm not. But it has an effect, a positive effect for sure. He looks like the girl from The Fifth Element. Gerard of 100 Thai bots says, I hope you won't tell the judge these videos are deep fakes. He's cooked either way. Yes. Chaos Sonic says Ramsey just made himself a terrorist. Mm-hmm. Joel JSI says Johnny Somali causes tsunami. In jail, he'll be screaming Nani when the prisoners bend him over and give him the salami. Oh, man, what a rhyme. Thank you. Captain Copenhagen for 17 says, in Denmark, the police will arrest him pretty fast. Yeah. Radio Iskander for 249 says, a child that yearns for the cabbage farms. Also, guys, I do need to make an additional correction. So I have heard from foreigners that work and have been in prison doing prison work, right? So apparently the most common thing, now the cabbages is very possible, don't get me wrong, but actually the most probable thing beyond the cabbages is actually something very Korean. So if he gets sent to jail, he could also be making Oding. Oding. If you're Korean, you know Oding, right? Oding. He could be in a factory making fish cakes. These are fish cakes, right? So that is about as awesome as the cabbage, right? It's cabbage or fish cakes. By the way, the process of making fish cakes, not very pleasant. Not very pleasant. So Johnny Somali making odeng, right? I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, guys. I'm sorry. Josekamnida. Josekamnida. I'm saying it wrong. Odeng. Odeng. Sorry. I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's okay. Getting close as I can. I've spent too much time close to Mudeng. Mudeng is affecting my pronunciation. Odeng. Odeng. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone in the chat's like giving me the right pronunciation. So that would be great. That would be great. Don't trust the man in food prep. I don't either. Tito, thank you. 50 legal mindset memberships. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Tito. Appreciate you very much. Ashaber says at least you're trying. Yeah, you guys know I'm trying. Once again, I'm not fluent in Thai or Korean or Japanese, but I do try. I do try for the manwan, right? You know, I try. I learn enough to like that people could like squint at me and be like, I know what you're trying to say, but you said it wrong, Weigugen. And I'm like, okay, I know, I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. Dave Pretend says, I saw that Gino is also wanted by Soul Police. Yes, he is, but he's in the US. He fled back to Arizona. Yep. Is it true he could be extradited back to Korea? They're not going to extradite him over this. They're not going to extradite him. He's not like the Lord of War or something. He's not like Milosevic from Serbia or something. He's not on that level. Festus for 50 Argentinian says he was able to leave Korea. Gino was, not Johnny. Johnny is still in Korea. Johnny's not going anywhere. He's got a travel ban on him. He can't go to any port, airport, anywhere else. He'll be full stopped. Brasilia says many people mistake free speech with free from consequences. Many countries have free speech. Just know if you F around, you're going to find out. Amen. All right, let's continue. So let us talk about Lotte World. Now, I want to ask a little poll in the chat. Who has been to Lotte World? Okay, I'm going to do a little poll here. Oh, my chat is lagging. There's too many of you guys. Have you been to Lotte World, right? In Seoul, right? And I'm going to do yes, no, and I'll put it like no, but I heard of it, right? So I just want to know if you've heard of Lotte World. Now, for those of you that haven't, because I know some of you haven't, I want to share what Lotte World is like, because some of you, I think when I explain how messed up this is, I need to show you what this is before I explain to you how messed up this is. So I'm going to show you a video of a family at Lotte World, right? So this is Lotte World here, right? This is just a person here who's going around Lotte World. We're going to watch their channel for a bit, just them walking around Lotte World. I'm just going to turn down the volume because the volume's not significant here.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel.
She's at Lotte World.
We were just at the Lotte World Aquarium and Folk Museum.
So one thing is, Lotte World is kind of like Disney World. There's a ton of kids there, right? There's a ton of kids there. So let's watch them go in.
And now we are here,
right,
at the theme park.
See that hot air balloon?
So it's indoors. Yeah, this ride is actually fun. I've done this one. I've done a lot of the rides here, right? So it's indoors. It's covered, right? And all the rides are inside.
Up there.
Now look around and how many kids are here.
Oh, mommy, look at that. Yeah, I know.
Right? So
Whoa.
kids.
Oh
Yeah, all young people. Young people running around the background.
Okay, what are we gonna do first? They don't have the timetable, yeah?
You got families over here, right? You got families everywhere. So what I'm saying is, it's like going to Disney World, right? It's like going to Disney World. So it's indoors. So it's all indoors. So it's all weather. So understand, this is a place for children. This is not a place that's adult only. This is a place that there are children here, right? So this is what Johnny was doing around children. Okay, and this is just one of the clips from here. There's a long video. There's like a 30-minute video, but I don't want to play that. I'm just going to play a clip. This is a 2-minute clip of what he was doing in the line for this place in which there's many children, right?
Sorry, guys, sorry. Everybody started looking at the monkey shit. The monkey shit scared the fuck out of everybody, bro. The monkey shit scared everybody. Oh, ringtone. Someone call my phone, ringtone. Someone call my phone, ringtone. He's so mad. He's gonna mash me out. He's gonna mash me out. Ringtone. People keep calling me in the phone, you know. Chinese virus. People keep calling me in the phone. Oh, he's snitching on me, bro. Sorry, brother. Sorry. So ringtone. They keep calling me in the phone. Ringtone. Hi. Oh, sorry. Ringtone. He was calling me in the phone. Down. Okay, good. 신조 아베.
신조 아베의 셀프파이도 달러즈.
Press me. She's writing in Google Translate right now. She's gonna press me. Hi. Please turn down the volume. People around you feel comfortable. Please. Okay. No problem. Okay. I want to go on the right quickly. I want to hurry up. They're getting mad at me.
So remember, the kids, look at the kids right here, right? This is surrounded by kids. By the way, he's also in something that's a little bit before. He's also, been playing stuff about, sexual stuff beforehand. There's another video where he's playing stuff that's explicitly sexual, talking about children exactly. So there's a bunch of stuff that he's doing here, right? I mean, you can kind of get the shenanigans, and you can kind of see where this goes. So obviously, you see here.
French, no English. Sorry, no English, French. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I speak French. Sorry.
So he's acting like a fool there. He's making a bunch of comments. He's also got other stuff there that it's even on YouTube. It's elsewhere where he's doing, sexual comments, other stuff like that. So he's acting like a fool at Lotte World. Well, he's now facing additional charges for that, right? So those charges are going to be filed pretty soon, right? So there's going to be additional charges that are filed soon for that. Now, we have yet to hear whether Lotte World is going to join in on this and get involved in this. But because Lotte World hasn't done it yet, a private party, right, is going to take it upon their own hands to file charges against them. And we're going to talk about that today related to that. So these are more additional charges related to that Lotte World incident, right? So what you can do, and what everybody here can do, is put some pressure on Lotte World. Contact Lotte World and tell them, we want you to file charges against Johnny Somali, right? Send these videos, right? Forward them out. Say, press charges against Johnny Somali. I'll make a clip of this, by the way. Lotte World needs to help facilitate press charges against them, because if they add an obstruction charge on here, this is solid. This is huge, right? So here's what we have. We have a bunch of new charges. And I'm going to get to those, and then I'm going to get to your super chats. Okay. So I added this to my charges presentation because, of course, if you don't know, I did a presentation on the charges. So actually, I contacted some folks, and apparently some Korean YouTubers have pressed additional charges. So these have already been filed against them. Apparently, blackmail, which is up to 10 years in prison. The ones in the green have already been filed. So, and these are not ones by Bong or someone else. These are by Korean YouTubers who have said they're not dropping them. So you've got blackmail, insults, you've got deep fakes, and not Bong's deep fakes, other people's deep fakes. Those have all been filed. So the green are all new charges that have been filed. And then beyond that, the yellow is stuff that's going to be filed this week. Sexual threats to children up to 3 years, because he was playing sexual information sexual stuff around children, including, by the way, literally, this is disgusting. He was playing threats to sexually assault children live on his text to speech, right? So that's going to go down. Business obstruction, right? Another charge, right? Supporting the DPRK, which is, once again, I showed you the video before, and as well, he's done this in multiple instances. That's up to 7 years, and public indecency with another year. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brand new charges and 2 charges which will bolster the existing charges. So we're both adding more of this, adding more of the same, and then some new charges, hitting them with the book. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of reality. So that's really good news. New more charges, good news. He gets screwed. Now I'm going to be sober, and I'm going to give you the real here, guys. So I don't want you guys to think that he's getting 30 years in jail, because it is very rare for people to get the maximum sentence, even if they get with a lot of stuff. My estimate is he would get hit with somewhere between 1 year to 10 years in jail. Now, that said, imagine you're a 24-year-old, right? Imagine you're a 24-year-old, and you even spend 1 year in jail, 2 years in jail, 3 years in jail, 4 years in jail. That's a lot of your life. If you're a 24-year-old, that's a lot of your life, right? That's a lot to be in prison, right? So it's going to be a W. Even if he gets 1 year, that's a W, because he goes to real jail. And mind you, guys, he's a kid. You know how quickly he's going to break with no internet? He's not going to have access to his butt pirate telegrams, his discords, which, by the way, are falling apart left and right on him, right? We're going to talk about that in a second. So he's not going to have access to his Telegram, his Discord, his Rumble. That's all gone. He's cut off. Even 1 would be insanely good. And now I think on the top end, maybe 10 would be like a top end, but they never max sentence you. Yeah, and I'm hoping, guys, once again, I hope for more than that. I hope for 20, I hope for 30, I hope for all that, but I don't want to be a channel that tells people misinformation, right? And gets people hyped up like it's going to be 50 years in prison, and it's not. But talking to people, and I've been talking to a lot of people, including I've talked to people that have served time. I've talked to people that have been advising people that have served time. I've talked to lawyers, and they're like, yeah, it's very rare for people off the gate to get like a huge sentence. Even the former president, I think it was President Park, or one of the former presidents, got like 7 years, right? So it's like, and there's like millions of people activated on that one. So, you know, once again, I want to keep our expectations kind of reasonable, right? All right. Let me get some of these super chats, and then we're going to go on to some more stuff about Johnny, particularly some really nasty stuff regarding what's going on with his private communities. Michael McLeod for 20. So Michael McLeod says, I'm going to venture 10 to 15 years with a permanent bar from South Korea. Okay, so that'll happen. The permanent bar definitely can happen. But 10 to 15 probably not. 10 could happen. You know, and once again, guys, I'm basing this on what I'm hearing from people. And I am just telling you what I'm hearing from people I'm talking to. Okay? You know? A W is a W. Eric H for 25 says, the internet rewards being an ass financially. A message of these kind of actions as consequences passed you. A reminder that the courtesy is part of a functional society for a reason. I agree. Civilizations need to be civil. Entropy denied says, we don't want him in Serbia. We filled our idiot quota a while ago. Cool. Appreciate that. Hey, base Serbia. Hey, by the way, I love Serbia. I was in Serbia like 10, 15 years ago, but I had a great time. Denny Skier for 100 said, according to the Somali butt pirates, Somali has just announced in Discord his drug test came back negative. Please tell us not true. We don't know that for sure. And Danny, I am not believing anything Johnny says till the police confirm it. So don't listen to what Johnny says. Why are you going to listen to a liar and somebody who has vested interest in getting his side hopped up, why are you going to listen to these guys? They have zero credibility. They're going to say whatever to try to win or try to get their position forward. They have no objective standards. They have no morals or principles. These are, Johnny and his fans that egged him on and paid him to do this. 10 minutes, 15 minutes of shame. Gifted 10 legal mindset memberships. Thank you. Muhammad 390 said for 17 AD. Dinar says, this happens in Dubai. I've been jailed immediately on the spot. Habibi, come to Dubai. Habibi. King Lugia said, what's the chances that this is a rare case? There's a chance, but we need more attention on it. The more attention this gets, the better, which is why you should share out the video, get it out there, translate it to Korean, all that good stuff. Bad News Badger says, smash a like, 8K walking, not enough likes. Hey guys, please like the video. Please like the video. It really, really helps out. And join the BLM, Basic Mindset. Max Redstone said, hoping for a high-profile 17 to 19 years for Johnny. Here's to hoping. LJ Work said, dear God, it's the book with the steel chair. Joseph Huff says, would it be legal to exile or denationalize people? Who would do this in a certain somebody? They're not going to denationalize them. Now, if he was a permanent resident, it might be an issue, but I think he's a citizen, so it's hard to lose your citizenship. It's real hard. Tastix says 1 to 3 years jail time with 3 to 4 years supervised working probation. No, for foreigners, they automatically deport you. So what I've been told is probation, unless you have other charges pending, is automatic deportation. So multiple people have told me this. So when you are assigned probation as a foreigner, you are just deported. But if you have a case still pending, so this is the thing with Johnny. He's got multiple cases. If he has another charge coming or civil suit or something else, he could be stuck in Korea for 6 years. Even if he's not in jail, he could be stuck fighting lawsuits for years. Potential criminal for 2 says, never too late for the best joke, Johnny. Flee to North Korea. Oh, that'd be over real quick. Majes for 15 says, don't know how Korean law works, but going to assume charges might be higher than expected, especially since Korean elections are coming. Does Korea offer plea deals? Yes, but he ain't getting one. They had the chance to go down the route of a summary proceeding, which is like a plea deal. They didn't go that route. They went to trial, which means you're serious. G's Hunt says, in the north of England, he'd be eaten. Thank you. LJ O'Rourke said, I would not trust him with my fast food order. Thank you for that. EDMG says, as punishment, you're assigned to an unpleasant food prep. Oh, dang, but your pronunciation is a bit off. Joel Go for 5 Singapore says, hello, sorry I'm late for the stream. Just wondering why the Korean government chose to release him when he's a threat to public safety and peace. They never released him. The Koreans don't put people in jail pending trial. They make you pay for your own food and housing because that's a punishment on your funds. And by the way, Johnny doesn't have any money. He's running out of money. He's broke. Johnny is broke. He's having to rely on like donations and emergency funds and other people's hospitality, right? Valley for 10 Romanians says, thank you, Mr. Dalgun. Kamsahamnida for the educative slap, the educated fist. Jose Rodriguez for 5 Americans says, how did Lotte World get away with using the 80s Disney's logo? Are they affiliated with Disney? No, they're fine. That's just a style. They didn't say Disney, right? They're not, it's themed like it, but it's not the same thing. You can't copyright a theme. Andre said he got warned multiple times and didn't stop. What an idiot. Yep. 200 Watt Studio said Lotte cheerleaders are awesome. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, the Korean baseball cheerleaders. EDMG said, whoa, wait. The black man is making disruptive monkey noises. Does he want people to suss him? Yes. So he actually, Johnny Somali has said, oh, well, white people should be happy because I'm showing the crazy, I'm setting an example of acting like this type of person in Asia. So racist white people should be happy. But he's like calling white people racist. So he's pissing off everybody, right? He's setting a bad example of himself as an African-American in abroad. He's setting a bad example of Americans in general. He's setting a bad example of just tourists, travelers, foreigners. He's pissing off everybody. Secret Final Boss, thank you for the super sticker. Nick Atkins said, can companies finally be held accountable for features they provide? Look at unfiltered sound bits of monkey noises or playing North Korean themes. Section 230 protects them for now. for now. King of the Monsters 1954 says, found this channel for a suggestion from Yellow Flash. Shout out to Yellow Flash. And Smash JT, and definitely loving the content. Looking forward to seeing more, brother. Definitely, I will be bringing more about this topic. I'm staying on top of Johnny Somali till he's behind bars. Ironcaster for 5 says he won't be able to talk with other inmates. Imagine how isolating that'll be. Unable to find a common bond with others. There's going to be other English-speaking foreigners, but yeah, I mean, he's going to be there with mostly Chinese folks and folks that don't speak his language, and frankly, folks that probably don't like him. If there's any Japanese people in there, I imagine they'd be pretty pissed at him too. Jose Rodriguez for 5 says, wouldn't the kid stuff cause SO status and SO brand on his passport? It could. Korea Brewing Adventure for Ochanwan said he could be my neighbor in Chonan. That's where the foreigner prison is. Yeah, I know. It's in Chonan. It's in Chonan, right? I love Chonan. I've been to Chonan several times. I actually like Chonan, but not to the prison. We may have to do a prison tour. Chen Ali said, imagine if South Korea live streamed Johnny's incarceration as a warning to other potential news streamers. That'd be amazing. And they monetized it. For Hong Kong 100 says, if you got a criminal record in other countries, wouldn't it be difficult to acquire a travel visa from later on? Well, remember, he's coming in as a tourist. And Americans, so this is an important distinction. So the way most Americans travel is we don't have visas. We are there on what's called a visa waiver or a visa exemption. So we don't have to apply for a visa. So we just check a box on a form when we come in the country, and they don't really do a background check. So if you check that form and it says I'm not a criminal, like most times they're not going to verify that. Now with Johnny Somali, he's got a certain level of anonymity, right? That they might actually be like, no, we know who you are and you're banned out of the country. If he tries to come to Thailand or the Philippines or Indonesia, right? They know him probably well enough now. But unfortunately, we're there on visa waivers, so we don't have to go through a background check. Now, I have a background check because I am an expat who has a valid visa for all the countries I've been. I've done background checks in Korea. I just did a background check here in Thailand, right? I went down to the Royal Thai Police and got all my fingerprints done and everything else to make sure I'm not a criminal and all that good stuff, right? Because I stay here long term, but Johnny doesn't do that. He's just there for a couple of days, for a couple of months, and he bounces out. Stefan for 20 Swiss francs, thank you, says, Grutzi says, just because he goes to prison doesn't mean that everything is forgiven and forgotten when he gets out. No, it does not, and we will not forget. Raphael for Ochanwan says, complete ass, but his punishment should be equal to that of a Korean for his hooliganism. If that's the case, it'd be no more than 2 years. Yeah, I mean, even 2 years is a long time. It's a long time. Without internet, without his homeboys, he's going to have a come to Jesus. Breton for 50 says, does the fact he shows no remorse and has repeated his action in other countries have any weight on his decision and what he can be held? Yes. Korean judges do not like it when you're gloating, when you're running around, when you think you're immune. They will not like that. In fact, I was talking to somebody, and he had a client that when they left the courtroom, they high-fived, they did this, and the judge saw it, and the lawyer said, yeah, don't do that again, right? Because it looks like you're like celebrating and like you're happy. You have to look like you have genuine remorse and actually feel genuine remorse, right? If you're acting like, yeah, I got him, the judge is not going to like that at all. At all. Muhammad for 17 dinar says, I'm going to Korea to visit my wife in December. I would love to meet him in person. I'm a pro boxer, by the way. Shout out to you, Muhammad. Shout out to you, Muhammad. Maybe we should go pay him a visit, Muhammad. Maybe we should go knock on his door. Mr. Somali. Mr. Somali, I think Muhammad is going to have some words for you. Ruben's Music says, here in Norway, he wouldn't have survived either. Vandalism laws, insult, harassment, incitement will lead to imprisonment and deportation. Dennis Gear says, idea, try holding a Thai fan meeting before you go to South Korea. I will when I'm back. I'm coming back too. So I may when I'm back. Nathan C says, for Hong Kong and China doesn't have a visa waiver though. Yeah, but certain countries do. I think, well, actually no, Hong Kong, hold on. Hong Kong, I think, wait, hold on. I think we do have a visa waiver for Hong Kong. Yeah, we do not need a visa for up to 90 days. We have a visa waiver. So, yeah, we don't need a visa. for Hong Kong, not China. Well, China too. China, you have a transit visa. So if you transit China for, I think, less than 72 hours. Yeah. So I don't know who said that. That's incorrect. Yeah. You don't need a visa for Hong Kong. Whoever said that. Yeah. So you go. I'm from Hong Kong. It's visa free. Yeah, guys, come on. Come on. What are you trying to do here? What are you trying to do here? You're trying to pull one over on me? I know the one. I was like, I think that's wrong. Yeah, let me confirm. That's wrong. Belzin says, for 2, I'm surprised he and his friends survived. Max says, to fund proper legal education. Thanks so much. Thank you. You're welcome. Tasik says, i.e. 4 years of court appearances. That can happen. Sonia for 500 says, he has no money. What do they do with him? How can he sustain for 6 years? He's got to deal with it. He's got to find a way. That's his problem, not their problem. He can starve in the street, or he can go out and beg, or he can go to the soup kitchen and sleep he can sleep by Seoul Station, by Seoul Yok, where all the homeless people sleep. I hope that nothing happens to him at night when he's sleeping in the frigid cold with the homeless people by Seoul Station. I hope that nobody finds him at night when he's sleeping out with them on the floor. Echo Art Planet for $1.99. Thank you. Kim S for 2 says, how are the jails in Korea compared to the States? I don't know. We're going to have to do a deep dive on that. Let's do a deep dive on that, Kim. I'll come back to you on that. Batman Bin Superman says for 250 Malaysian says, I hope and pray to God that Johnny drops the soap when he goes to prison in South Korea. Chaos Sonic says for 2, how do you think he begs Trump to free him? Trump ain't freeing him. Flair Kyle says, visa exempt and waivers do not guarantee entry to a country. They can still renew. Yes, Flair. Yes, they can. I did not say that. That's why I said Johnny is such a high profile that they can deny him. Immigration always has full power in any country all around the world to just deny you because they don't like you. That's the sovereign power of the border. They can say, you know what? We don't like you. Go get out of here. That's what they can do with immigration. It sounds crazy, but you're not a citizen. You have no right to enter that country. Even with a visa, they can turn you away because they say, oh, well, you know, we sense something is wrong here, so we're not letting you in. Right? You don't have a right unless you are a citizen. That's it. That's simple as that. You don't have a right to be in another country. You don't. Right? And you should be aware of that. That's why I am respectful when I'm abroad, because I know that I am there but for the grace of their country. Right? Yeah, anybody who's played the game Papers, Please. Papers, Please. Great game. Great game. All right. I don't know what it says. I don't know what currency it says. Oh, that's interesting. But anyways, do you think the U.S. consulate in Korea will help him in any way? What standard procedures if a U.S. citizen is in prison in another country? No. This is a big thing you guys need to know. U.S. Embassy doesn't do shit for you, right? If you go to the U.S. Embassy, here's what they're going to do. They're going to give you a list of lawyers in that area and say, call them. The U.S. Embassy does not do anything for you. They're not going to help him in any way. Now, I think they shouldn't have even renewed his passport, but that's beyond that. They're not going to save you. The U.S., spoiler alert, the U.S. is not going to save you, okay? You save yourself, right? The embassy, especially the U.S. Embassy, is going to do nothing for you. So, no, they're not going to help him out. They're not going to bail him out. Frida Riminik says, no horse race here in ID, but supports you. Thank you so much for the 20,000 Indonesian rupiah. Joel for 5 says, that's a single point I want to bring back to 94 case of American Faye committing vandalism was sentenced to 4 strokes that came in jail term. Hell yeah, that'd be great. Clackman for 2 says, was he allowed to keep his phone on stream until trial? Should I say it? How about this? I think that the Korean police and the Korean prosecutors went through his phones. So I'm pretty damn sure that they went through his phones. And they may have found a little evidence, or they may have been able to track certain things down through his money. That's through his phone, right? Through his phone. He thought he was smart. All right, we got more. Let's continue here. All right. So in case you don't know, Johnny Somali has been pretty problematic abroad, and he's made some really crazy statements. And I've posted this one before, but it stands to be posted again. Johnny has admitted to certain activities about with underage people. And we're now seeing some real damning evidence of Johnny with underage women. Let's play it. Now, I've played this one before, but I want to play it again because I'm going to play it in conjunction with other stuff. So this is going together, and this is potentially an issue in the U.S. and in Korea. This is an international issue right now. This one is real bad. So first of all, here's him just making a statement about the type of person that Johnny Somali is.
I'll take both of you. I don't give a fuck. I'll go to jail. I go to jail. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's serious. I'll take both of them. I got wife number 1 and wife number 2. I'm like P. Diddy. I'm like Epstein. I'm like R. Kelly. I don't care. For her, look, point right here. For her, I go to prison. Age ain't nothing but a number, but a dime ain't nothing but a thing. Oh my God. I'm the most demonic nigga that ever turned a camera on. I'm the most evil person that ever used the internet. I'm the most evil person to ever use a camera. I'm a sexual deviant. I am a criminal. What I don't do off camera, you niggas will never see. I'm like Epstein, nigga. My name's Epstein.
Might call you
I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm young Epstein. I'm young P. Diddy. Clip it, nigga. Ship it, bitch.
Oh, we've clipped it. We've clipped it. This is the thing of young people. They think people aren't clip. Oh, clip that. Oh, we clipped it. Oh, it's been clipped. As you wish. As you wish, my friend. We clipped this, and now you're on camera. So there's more stuff that's dropped to this guy, right? So this is young Johnny Somali with what appears to be a teenage girl in his hotel room. Now, I'm not sure what country it's in, maybe in the US, maybe somewhere else, but let's play this. Let's play this clip here.
Motherfucker. Yeah, mother.
That's a girl crying. Let me put it back here. There, he's hitting a girl who's crying. Let's play this.
Motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker. Say you're gonna call the police on us and then want to stay here. That's not how things work.
To rape me?
Who did?
You literally
No one said that. No one.
Hold on. Let's rewind what did she just say? Hold on. We're gonna play this one more time.
Say you're gonna call the police on us and then want to stay here. That's not how things work.
To rape me?
Who?
Y'all hear that? And guys, we're probably going to get demonetized for this because even legal coverage, even fair use coverage gets demonetized. So please like the video because this is worthwhile for me to get demonetized or deranked or whatever else. The R word triggers the algorithm. You know, that's just how it is. But that's what she's saying. I'm not saying it even. She's saying it. It's her words, not mine. Right? So let's continue with this.
Who did?
You literally
No one said that. No one said that ever. Where's the proof? No one ever fucking said that shit to you.
Where's the proof?
No one fucking said that.
Who's gonna believe who?
Look, I have you on video saying that. I have you on video saying that. You got you. You got you on video saying it.
Because you said it in the car. What do you mean there's no proof?
She said she's gonna call the police on us.
And he thinks he's smart recording this. That's the crazy thing.
I got video of her saying, "Who do you think they're gonna believe? Me or you guys?"
Hi, I'm at the Embassy Hotel in Orlando by the.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, actually. So watching this video, it's the first time. The Embassy Hotel in Orlando. I actually know where that is. I used to live in Orlando. I know exactly where this is. Right. So he's doing this in Orlando.
And I'm 17, and there are two guys that are 21. And
she's 17 years old. 17 years old. Let's finish this.
I'm 22, and they threatened to rape me, and they've been calling me.
What the fuck?
And
That's crazy.
have recorded me crying, and yes.
What?
Oh, hell no.
Yo,
she's tweaking.
I don't know. We're staying. We didn't do nothing.
No, we can't.
Yeah, leave.
She's tweaking, bro.
No, you said it in the car.
We didn't do nothing.
No, they said it in
We
the
didn't do nothing. We don't even know you.
No, they said
All
it
goes.
in the car.
Yeah, so that's his history there. That's a little Johnny Somali history there, right? A little backstory for this guy. For those that didn't know that type of person, Johnny apparently is there. Yeah. And we got more. We got more here. We're not done yet, right? So apparently, and this is the courtesy of Team FT. Thank you for this. But apparently, his Discord is being evacuated, and they're shutting down his Discord because they believe that it's monitored by Korean authorities and the US because of CP. And CP does not mean cheese pizza. Oh, there's a picture here. CP means child, and I'll allow you to fill in the P, right? Child naughty pictures, right? So if they're worried about it, there should be a reason why they're worried about it. And that's because it was there. CSAM, yes. CSAM, right? So, yeah. This is bad for him. And this elevates it to an international thing. And apparently they are trying to delete it, but the thing they don't realize is Discord backs it all up. So he's never going to get away with this because it's backed up. So you've got potential now, international crimes. You've got stuff that can go down in the US because the US can get on that. And you better damn well believe that I'm sure some of you guys out there might contact law enforcement about Johnny Somali and his Discord, right? Maybe, right? Might happen, right? Might happen, right? Can happen in Korea too. Yeah, Discord is legally obligated to make copies and present evidence to authorities. They are legally obligated to do that. And they have done it in the past. They've turned stuff over to authorities. That's where we're at. Let me get through some of these messages. Issa Lim for 199. Thank you so much. She said, any update regarding his news of the U.S.? Well, it's now making the news more, especially more alternative media is covering it. But I've seen mainstream media covering it. I saw it on like even MSNBC.com and other like mainstream media is covering it. It's not something that, this topic is not one that's just for fringe media. It's not a conspiracy theory. This is something that like everybody agrees this is wrong. Left, right, center, up, down, everybody agrees it's wrong. The only people who think this is okay are Johnny's small band of people. And maybe the weirdos that don't like somebody related to this and want to attack them, like want to attack me or whatever else for some reason totally unrelated to Johnny Somali. Those are the only people defending this, right? But there's really indefensible. The more you see, the more indefensible this becomes and unforgivable this becomes. Captain says, people have the wrong mentality of treating every country like U.S. citizenship has power. No, it does not. The U.S. does not control the world. American citizenship does not get you out of crimes abroad. I hate to say it, but if you go to like every country, you'll find Americans locked up abroad. In fact, there's a show, Locked Up Abroad. You should watch that show. It's a good show. Tom Adam says, my concern is not for him as a result of his actions, but those actions mean as representation. This behavior may adversely affect every Black or Western traveler to these territories. Yes, it can. And you're right about that. And honestly, I want to say if I sounded insensitive to that, I do apologize, right? I rarely ever do this, but I do acknowledge that, look, if you're a Black traveler, yeah, you're going to be thinking about this and worrying about this for sure. Absolutely 100%, right? If you're a Western traveler, just anybody, you're going to have to worry about this. If you're anybody who comes to Japan or Korea, you're going to have to say, I'm a foreigner, and maybe they won't take me that lightly, right? That it's true for everybody traveling. But I think I've heard from a lot of people, specifically African-American travelers and African European, et cetera, that have said, hey, I'm concerned. And those are valid concerns. I think, though, I will say this. If you are respectful, if you are caring, if you're a good person, you will be treated well. No matter what your race is, no matter what your skin color, no matter whatever else, right? You will be treated well if you act well abroad, if you act respectfully, right? Just dropping that out there. Also, thank you for everybody else supporting me on Ko-Fi. I want to give a quick shout out. JP Ravenfire, Tatsumi, John W, Eab, Thunder Rain, and Beatles. Thank you so much. Giving a shout out to the BTS Army. Thank you guys for all supporting me over there on Ko-Fi. I truly, truly, truly appreciate that. Those donations on Ko-Fi. Our Darwell said, was it Somali, I sing to you. I'm not gonna sing that. That song. Was it Gayo? Was Chalgayo? Ne so 정한 사람 I don't actually know that song, but appreciate that. Jenny Nicole, thank you for the 10. As internet crimes against child prosecutor, I handle many cases involving Discord messages and posts. One guy ended up in prison for 10 years. Look at this. Johnny. Hey, Johnny. You think you're going to get away with it because you're on Discord or whatever else you're on? I don't care if you're on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, Rumble messages, whatever the hell else, right? They're coming for you, bro. Be afraid. Mr. Kim for Ochan says, Johnny really screwed up for his Discord. Yep. Robin the Hood for $4.99 says, hope is back, becomes a sausage holder in prison. Frostbit says, one word wood chipper. Omega Falcon for 2 says, bring back bully beat down Johnny versus Brock Lesnar. Danny Corrado is a new member. Welcome. Joel Go for 20 Singapore says, question, if a person's X phone has been confiscated by the police for charges X, but inadvertently the police finds incriminating evidence unrelated to Y and Z, i.e. child, what happens then? So if you find child materials on your phone, that's it. It doesn't matter. Possession of those is illegal. By the way, the same is true for deepfakes in Korea. In Korea, merely possessing a deepfake is a crime. It doesn't matter whether you're the one who created it. So that's why he's fucked on deepfakes. He is fucked because possessing the deepfake is enough to prove him guilty. And also, by the way, he thought that kissing wasn't sexual, but in Korea it is. French kissing is considered obscene and sexual, so that's actually aggravated under Korean law. So he's screwed by the deepfakes because he possessed them. He had them on his phone, and they downloaded your phone. Sorry, bro, they got you. Bad. For Man Ochan says, you're not even staying in Korea consistently, nor are you actually doing anything about Johnny. You need to take action yourself in Korea. Help file charges and ensure he's put in prison. I may very well, right? But once again, I'm not one who was actually directly impacted on him bad. So I'm not the best person to file. So if I file a charge against him, right, the police might dismiss it because I wasn't personally affected by it. I would have to come up with a unique cause of action on how he affected me, right? How he affected me. So, fair point. And once again, I do everything I can. But I'll tell you what, this coverage has affected a lot. It's also put the fear of God in him because I know he's watching. I know Johnny's watching. We have put fear into Johnny. Johnny hates me. Oh, I know that. Johnny fucking hates me. IPOCO for NZ5 says, how does international crimes work? How will this reflect his criminal record back in America? If he gets the child stuff, then that would be a thing. If he gets any child-related crimes, any sexual offender crimes, that would go back. But otherwise, he's just going to have to report it when he'd have to report crimes abroad. So if he has to disclose any crimes abroad, he would need to disclose this. Zero-san for 5. Once he's convicted. He is not convicted yet. I have to be clear about that. What do you think it'll take to curb these nuisance streamers? The crap these streamers are doing, getting created, jail time, prison time, years of prison time. These people need to start getting imprisoned. And that sets a precedent. And that'll stop them. Tom Johnson for 50 krona. So sorry if this is last already. If his tourist visa expires, could that lead to additional charges? No, because he's there on it'd be like a litigation visa. So if you're under a lawsuit, you can stay there until your lawsuit is finished. So no. Good question, though. Jose says for 5, nothing is going to come from Orlando. Johnny 7 turned 24 last month in Korea. The age of consent is 16 or older if the party's under 24. Yeah, but Jose, fair enough. But what I'm trying to say here is this shows a state of mind, right? It shows a state of mind. Issa Lim says, what be employed to bring this news about Somalia into the mainstream media in the U.S.? Get it out there. Share it out there. Like it. Get your favorite creator to cover it. Talk about it with people. Share it out. Send it to your local news station. Erukanu Senpai for 10 euros says, hey, Andrew, been a while coming home from work and seeing your thumbnail on my recommended page. Today is a good day. He's going to have to avoid the soap. By the way, first snow in Germany. Take care. I remember I was really drunk in Austria once. And I remember I was just like, all I was saying, I recorded a video. This was a long time ago. And I was like, Die Schnee ist sehr schön. And like I said like a million times, like die Schnee ist schön. Right. And I was like, I watched the video the next day. I'm like, man, I was really drunk. I was like 19, 20, 21 years old. It was a long time ago. Right. Legal to drink in Europe. Right. Legal to drink in Europe. Kay said, but I do love snow. I love seeing it. I love winter weather as well. I love all sorts of weather, but I generally am a warm weather guy. Kay says for Singapore 5, I actually wonder, and by the way, I love Singapore as well. I love spending time in Singapore. Great place. How he will behave in front of a judge. Will he be smiling and acting almighty or remorseful? He'll have to act remorseful. If he smiles, he's fucked. Oyamada for 5 says the important thing is his followers in his Discord was sharing the materials, so they might be investigated and prosecuted. We won't know. Yeah. Oput 999 for 14 says, I hope Johnny steps on the Lego. Yeah. Chaos Smashes, let us know exactly the trial starts. Oh, you guys are going to know. And so will most of Korea, I'm sure. Nicholas Atkins for 5 says, you mean people's perception of a culture can be affected when a few go out and act a fool and say that's how we are where they're from? Yeah, unfortunately, when you represent America like that, a lot of people have never met another American, and that may be their only impact with an American, maybe in their life or maybe that year, or, this really can affect people and they can really think this is how Americans are. Freaky Frosty said, Johnny Smalley is a kind of evil person who would be happy to go to hell. If it got him likes and subscribes, he would. Crazy Cat Lady 78 said, call him by his government name, Ramsey Khalid Ishmael. He actually got over hating it. He stopped hating it. But I do call him that. I've called him that several times during that, Ramsey Khalid Ishmael. It's also important to call him his nickname to get his social media tagged whenever he puts it up. The B Knight says, have you heard the nuisance streamer that got shot? He went and decided getting shot wasn't enough to stop what he loves. What the fuck? No, I have not. I'll look into that. I'm going to do a stream on nuisance streamers in general. So that'll be later this week. So when I do that, I'll look this guy up. Thank you for that. Chaos said for 5, Chaos Sonic for 5 says, Johnny, you got 2 ways. You can take the easy way out and show everyone the coward you are, or take it like a man and the people will respect you later. And Batman Bin Superman says the Chinese scammers operating the Golden Triangle would love to buy a Johnny Somali PP. They'll have him locked up forever and use him as currency. Oh gosh, the Johnny Somali. It's crazy. All right. That's what I've got for now. So I've updated my PowerPoint as well. So I'm going to keep updating my documents as I go. I'm going to put them out on my locals. I do have the chart, the flow chart there already, so you guys can get that on my locals. It'll stay up there, and I'll try to get updates to these documents as we go. Please be very careful for misinformation. Please be very careful for lies, for stuff that's not true. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me in the comments. I am reading the comments. I do read through them. I do look through them. You guys all have my permission to clip away, to take anything from this and share this out with your favorite creators. Bad News Badger for 20 says the only possessions for Johnny-san. Thank you, Siddhaskar Luchai, Kopun Kap. Grandmaster Pie says double jeopardy a thing in Korea. Yes, for the same crime, but it can be a different crime though. Asian Dragon said just woke up, so I have to watch again. Do that. And Radio Iskandar says he said in the video, I'm P Diddy. He will need a lot of baby oil now in jail. And Koreans all love you. Stay with us for a long time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's that? Shubi for Samchan. Thank you so much. Again, Samnida. And thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I genuinely love Korea. I do love the Korean people. I've had an amazing time in Korea. And I look forward to being back there in a few days. Jeff Bork says, is there a chance I'll get a small prison sentence and write a book after it's released and make money off it? No. No one's buying that fucking book. No. Lenmar says, how about we quote report everything Johnny does to Elon Musk? Eventually Trump will hear about it. Yeah. You know what? Talk to your representative. Talk to your local representative. Tell them you need the next ambassador to South Korea to handle the Somali situation and punish him. Tell your local representative in America or wherever you are, you want Somali to be punished. You're in France, Lenmar. Tell the French embassy that you want them to comment on this on behalf of French people, saying it makes it bad for all foreigners. Make every embassy put pressure on Johnny Somali, right? If this is something that the embassy employees are all talking about, let's do it. Call them up. Let them know. right? Local reps, the embassy, all of them. Let them know. Guys, until next time, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate this. Like the video. I'll be back either tomorrow or the next day. But either way, we know that Johnny is cowering in a corner, and all Johnny is doing is...
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.